Oh shit, I did.
Man.
I did live, but it let me go live.
Oh shit. Well, fuck it, we
Hey,
here now.
it is what it is.
But it's
So
so easy to start and stop this podcast shit, bro. Like we've seen it a million times over, bro. And it's like to be here 7 years later, dog, and still able to have these discussions and this dialogue, man. That shit is a testament to hard work for real, bro.
yeah, for sure.
Man.
Um, I was having a conversation with somebody this past week, and they was just saying like, oh, how the consumption of media has changed. So they said they went into Guitar Center, or there was at some store, and like the microphones said podcast mic or influencer
Mhm.
mic or whatever. Like it used to be, oh no, we catering to the rappers with all this equipment, and now the equipment is no, we catering to streamers. You feel
Pod
me?
mic.
Oh shit.
Pod mic right there.
Hey,
Pod
hey,
mic right there.
hey, I ain't seen
Shit,
that
got
one
another one
before.
on this shelf behind me. It's literally behind my left shoulder, bro.
I ain't seen that black and red joint before, dog.
Yeah, yeah. What's funny is so the one behind my left shoulder, traditional all black joint, with the little silver or the chrome or whatever. Shorty bought me that. I'm like, yo, she like, yeah, that way you have one at the office, at the crib, wherever you need to be, you can pod. And then she gonna buy herself this red one, nigga. And I was like, time out, time out, time out, time out. Like, how you gonna flex on me with the
Is the red
fucking
one
red pod mic?
USB?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, that's perfect. So look, what's so crazy is like these joints, the USB-C one is double the cost of this one. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand because so I ended up getting the XLR to USB-C converter. You
The
feel
converter,
me?
yeah.
And just go direct with it. I'm like, I was gonna do it, but I'm like, fam, I got it was 4. I got 10 of these.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm not about to
Not
go.
playing that game, dog.
Yeah, but I really do like the all black one on the Pod Mic 2. It's this
Yeah,
USB. Like that shit is it's amazing because it
yeah.
can do so.
Yeah, man. And that black and red one too, man. She
Yeah,
whenever she bought that, I feel like she said she found it on sale. I think that was the excuse for why she had to get that one for herself, even though
yeah,
she had bought me the other one. I said, all right, I see. I see. But nah,
yeah.
man, it's yo, thinking back to like early in the pod, bro. Nigga, we was barely getting 45 minutes to an hour off. And I don't think it was because we couldn't. Clearly, we can talk longer than that. But I
We was
think we was
scared,
like in our head about that
We
shit,
was
bro.
scared, man.
We
It
ain't
was
want to really continue them convos, dog.
Now I tell you what it is because I'm kind of I've been listening to Imaginary Player. Like I'm kind of pioneer to this shit. I've been in this shit for like a decade or so. You feel me?
Yeah,
But when that shit
yeah,
first hit, everybody had all these. There were no rules, but like people were trying to make up rules,
it was
and
unspoken shit. Yeah,
it was like, oh, you can't do this because, everybody got such short attention spans. You got da. That's cap, my nigga. It's cap, especially on a podcast. You know how weird you
yeah,
got to be to listen to a podcast, like not
man.
watch it. Shout out to
No,
everybody watch on video, but literally to take in audio with no visual anything, you already a very cerebral person. So you
yeah,
not the short attention span person. You
yeah,
are literally looking for at least an hour of content. And then once you finish with your favorite podcast, you go to your second favorite podcast, and then your
yeah,
third, and then your fourth. Like we were so scared to break that 1 hour threshold.
man.
And even when we did a 2 hour pod, we would cut it in half and drop the other
Yeah,
half
we
the
was
next week.
splitting it, man,
Like we were just
man.
scared to like give the whole content. Boy,
And I swear that we wasn't splitting in an effort to like not record the next week, nigga. We really
yeah.
was scared, like, yo, niggas is not gonna listen to a full 2 hour pod. And now,
And
nigga,
not for nothing. Dropping multiple times a week. Who did it first?
man,
Like,
man.
matter of fact, I think. Do you remember what the first one was that went over like an hour or so? So I feel
No,
like
I'm
we
about to look
split
it
it.
up. I'm about to pull up our shit.
I feel like we split it and then dropped it like in back-to-back days or something. Like I don't
Probably
feel like we
that
took a
that
whole week.
sound like the way we was getting them off.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm going all the way back. Man, all right. So our very first pod was an hour 3 minutes.
Okay.
Then from there, 52 minutes, 34, 52, hour 10, hour 5, hour. Everything was kind of within an hour, hour and a half. Um, the very first, okay, episode 16 was an hour and 54 minutes.
Okay.
And then episode 17 was an hour and 51 minutes.
We had to break that bitch one time. It was like, all right, we can go.
The very first 2 hour pod, it was actually 2.5, was when we reviewed The Hate You Give, episode 19.
What date
Two
was that?
hours and 28 minutes.
You know what date that was?
2 hours, 28 minutes. Oh shit. Halloween 2018. 10/31, 2018.
Oh, and then was I think just a pivotal time in the pod and just a pivotal time in my life in general, which sounds crazy to say, when Nipsey passed, dog. That was March 2019. March 2019. We did we potted that night for sure.
Yeah.
That Monday, but we potted, and that was something different.
Yo, this is actually funny. Our next 2 hour pod, and I'm saying 2 hours is in, we crossed over the 2 hour threshold after The Hate You Give, was Nobody's Fool, the Tyler Perry movie with Tiffany Haddish and shit. I think Omari might have been in that.
That was a Tyler Perry joint.
Yeah.
When she had her legs up getting smashed out in the truck.
In the car after she got out of jail. And look at the description. We discuss the black exploitation of Tiffany Haddish.
Because that shit changed.
Tyler Perry's disdain for black people and the woes of online dating. Yo, that's funny, dog. I'm trying to find. Damn, our next 2 hour one after that was Bird Box. So it looked like them 2 hour ones started with film reviews.
Yeah,
that's what kind of carried us into it. And
then what happened is so I think initially we would just come in, talk about the TV show or the film, and be out. We started doing culture casts before it was a thing. Half the pod would be us kicking it, and then the other half would be, okay, let's get to this shit, right? And then we started splitting those.
Yeah. Them Killer Mike, that docuseries Trigger Warning that he had, that was our first split. We split and did the first half, episode 29. The second half was episode 30. It was 2 hours for the first half, 2 hours and 4 minutes. The second half was an hour and 46 minutes. So damn near 4 hours of content from one documentary, dog.
We probably recorded that the same night. I'm fairly sure.
I'm certain we did. I'm certain we sat in that studio all 4 hours, nigga, and just said, fuck it, let's rap, dog. Our first, Us was 2 hours, 2 hours and 13 minutes. That movie OG, you remember OG on HBO with our guy?
What, Nas in that too?
I don't remember if he was in it or if he fucking
he was in the prison or something. No, that was Night Up. That was
this shit. But yeah, with our guy Jeffrey Wright. That was 2 hours and 18 minutes. All right, here we go. So that victory lap, that was April 2019. That was the night of the Grammys when Nip died.
Because I think he passed March 29th or some shit
and we recorded on had to be April 1st, because again, this came out on April 2nd. So that was an hour 59 minutes. So right on the 2 hour mark. And then our very first 2 hour show review was season 2, episode 1 of The Shy. 2 hours and 8 minutes.
Season 2, episode 1?
Episode 1. Yep.
Boy, that Shy used to be good as fuck, man.
Oh, nigga. Look at all the nigga. Episode 1, 2 hours, 8 minutes. Episode 2, 2 hours, 29 minutes. Episode 3, 2 hours and 6 minutes. Um, Episode 4, 2 hours 35 minutes. We was podding like a motherfucker about the Shy, nigga. I ain't got 2 hours of content for the Shy today to save my life, nigga. But we was giving these niggas bars for season 2, man.
Man, I heard somebody say they about to go watch the Shy from the beginning because they never seen it or whatever. I was like,
Mm,
yeah, you should, but I'm like, but the show like right now is not
mhm,
the show from then. So you're gonna be like, man, this
yeah,
shit's so good in the first 2 years,
yeah,
maybe the first two and a half until you realize midway through the third season, you'd be like, something, something a little off, something a little different, but it ain't get super crazy until like probably season 4. No, season 3.
yeah. Season 3 is where it kind of went off the rails a little bit when
Yeah.
Keisha got kidnapped, but it wasn't bad. It was just like you could see like kind of writings on the wall, like, yo, that's weird. That ain't really how they normally maneuver, dog. And then by season 4, it was absolutely out of control.
Yeah.
And now it's just I keep saying it's dramatic Seinfeld, bro. It's just a show about nothing. It's just a bunch of stuff happening on that motherfucking dog. Like it
Dramatic
ain't that
sound.
it's
Yeah,
bad.
crazy.
It's like so random, dog. Like it's like, huh? And a lot of the shit that be happening be some of the most unrealistic shit in the universe, nigga.
Yeah.
Like it's really fucking wild. But it's funny you mentioned somebody saying they was gonna start it over. Actually, like 2 weeks ago, watched season 1 and 2 of The Shy. It's kind of had it on during the background at work. Well, while I was working, and then I fucked around and looked up and was like, "Oh, I ain't did no work in like 4 hours, nigga. I'm sitting there watching this motherfucking dog." And yo, man, that was a really great show, and that's honestly that's the first show that we started saying, "Fuck it, let's get this shit off," and then from there all these snowfall reviews, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. Like we was cooking at that point. Um, yeah,
A
I'm
lot didn't
looking through
change
it,
in
man.
7 years, but a lot of things changed the same. We just be kicking that heat. You feel me?
Man, man. Um, what would you say? Like I'm looking at the shows, and I'm really kind of going through them right now, just on some like hours and the amount of content. But like, I think a pivotal moment for us is when we stopped adding in the culture content shit and we started making them separate pods because that's when
Mhm.
we really was starting to get off because like doing the culture pods, which we definitely need to get back to because there's a lot of shit going on out in this bitch, but doing them culture pods while also doing the fucking show separately, man, nigga, we was able to get off everything, like,
Yeah.
nigga, because a lot of the times if we still had to get to the show on the same pod we was doing a culture cast, nigga, it was like, all right, something getting cut short, nigga, like
Yeah. Also,
on being
like
able to drill in.
I think when we start really getting into the groove of things and people start really tapping in with different shows, it's like, well, look, them niggas don't really know us, nor possibly care about what's going on in our personal life. They coming for the content about their
Facts,
show. So it's
facts.
like making you wait an hour and a half to get to it. It's like, all right, all right. They're like, all right,
Yeah.
niggas, get to it. So it was like, you know what,
And
let's put that content. And it was like and the real thing is like, listen, if one of these networks get a hold of it, I want them to hear us talking about their show. Cause I might, or one of us may say something they don't agree with that has nothing to do with the show, and it fucks something up for later. It's like,
yeah,
yeah, you was cooking until you said that one thing about that one thing, and now we can't fuck with y'all.
yeah. Um, it's funny too because we got so because the culture cast, depending on what was going on, because it's been a lot of serious shit.
Yeah.
But the culture cast also allowed for us to be able to give niggas the funnies on a lot of them topics that we discussed with them culture pods too. And we fucked around and was able to like brand the culture cast because that became its own thing. Like when Drake and Kendrick battles happen, when whatever the fuck goes on, like that's really fucking moving and shaking in the culture, we able to come in and give our opinions. And I think our audience appreciated that because of the content and the delivery that we got with our show reviews. It was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, now I want to hear them niggas talk about whatever little random event is going on in the culture. So the shit just became its own thing, and I'm glad we was able to do that because I feel like for our reviews, that's what made it possible for us to be able to, such and such from that show, like we gonna tag you and hopefully you listen. And we know as soon as you hit play, we right on the show. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Versus you having to go in and then find the fucking part where we start talking about your show. So
Yeah. And also, man, I mean, the show was called This Week in Culture for a reason, right?
yeah,
So we left it open to discuss whatever is happening, in culture this week. But I also think it gives. So when you hear us talk about our opinions and and things that we went through in life on different things, it
yeah,
does give you an idea of the background that we're coming from when we're talking about a particular show. Or,
yeah,
why would you feel this way about this show? Oh shit, because I know Ant used to be from hotel to hotel at one point. So maybe when he watched this show, like I understand it, type of thing.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
Oh damn. And father was away. So I'm watching the show and about prison and parenting from that one. I
yeah,
understand
yeah,
it gives you, or they might type in like, yo, I want to hear what Ant thinks about this because I already
yeah.
know the background he has with this or Jay and
Mm-hmm.
whatever the case may be. So I think it got a balance and
I
7 years.
also thought it was really dope when we started getting feedback from motherfuckers who like we knew but didn't know. And motherfuckers was like, yo, I ain't know that about you. Like, oh, I ain't know you went through that, or I ain't know that's how you grew up, or I ain't know you from over there. Like it it was just dope because in a small city like Detroit, man, small but mighty, we motherfuckers know your name, but they don't know the game, dog. They don't know shit you done been through, shit about your life. They kind of had these preconceived notions based on whatever it is that they done heard about you or seen about you, social media, all that shit. And then you get on here, like even when we what was the last like big movie that we did? Oh, Sinners. I got a lot when we did that Sinners pod. And it's kind of funny because like I know niggas don't mean nothing by it, but I always laugh at it. Motherfuckers was hitting me like, yo, y'all are so smart. And I was like, word? You thought we was just two dumb niggas? Like we was just two dummies with 500 episodes of content, right?
Man, that smart shit only apply when you say something that they agree with. You feel me? when you got a different
Man,
opinion than agree, it's like this nigga's dumb as fuck. It's like
man, man. I think it's so cool though, just having people who think they know you listen to the pod and realize like, oh shit, it's so many layers to these niggas. And just so much about them that I didn't know or wasn't aware of. And like I done had so many people tell us like how much they appreciate how open, how honest we be, how raw we might be on the pod. Like even we got a great message after one of them episodes of Forever that we did recently. Let me see if I could find this. Because I actually just thought this was such a fucking dope note. Um damn. I am not seeing this in my fucking notes, man. But one of the listeners just told us, like, yo, y'all's perspective on Forever and the opinion y'all gave on this show, like just hearing two men, even though y'all ain't got kids, like hearing y'all thoughts on how these parents are handling this shit and why the father and the mother are both important. And that, like, she was just letting us know, like, y'all
man,
niggas really bodied that. And I think she said she was an educator. So she like, this the type of like male influence I need my students to hear. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that shit means something to me, dog. Cause we get behind these mics, and as much as we might clown and we might get certain shit off, we also got a responsibility too. So
we
it's
got a
it's dope to hear
responsibility.
like when that real shit come across, dog.
I just thought about Bizarre was talking on Eminem was like, we got a responsibility to these kids. Yeah,
Dog.
the music was so somber. He was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
you got a responsibility to these kids. And then Eminem coming crazy. But I will say this though, and I'll be remiss if I don't say this. 7 years is a long time to be podding,
Facts.
and since the beginning, the culture of the podcast has changed, and it was quite in large part because of the third member of the pod, the guy Rob Silva, the first
Mm,
person who start proactively just sending in voice notes and letting his voice be heard. And
mhm.
he encouraged and gave strength to other people to send in their own voice notes and things. And I think we were doing like the Blackberry letters, and he was like, "Yo,
Yeah,
this is not no Blackberry letter. I just want to say something."
yeah,
And
yeah,
became a thing. And like our show is largely driven by the community of the show. It's
yeah,
not just us talking, it's you guys giving y'all feedback, sending in notes, sending in voice notes, um, DMs, comments, or whatever. Like it's a very large part. And Rob, a person I never physically met in real life,
yeah.
had a giant impact on me personally. I'm looking at the books he sent me, right over here to my right on my bookshelf, and just a beautiful soul, beautiful person. And shout out to Rob Silver, man.
Man, dog, it's rest in peace to Rob, first of all, man. It's such a testament to what we do on this pod, man, to have developed a relationship with somebody. Like you said, neither one of us physically met. Had all the plans in the world to meet my dog next time I was in New York, man. And life shit, man. But to have been impacted by this man and have been supported by this man in the way that we were, uh so genuine, never had to question it, never had to. It was to that point where it was like, if you didn't hear from him, if we didn't get a voice note, like you had to make sure shit was good. Like, hey, you all right, man? And that's, even when we learned of his passing, that's really what it was. It was like, hey, we ain't heard from the god, and it's been a minute, bro. Shout to Macho, man, somebody else who has been there literally from when we was just fucking writing long ass comments and responding to my status on Facebook about insecure and shit, and then taking it from there all the way to 7 years of potting. My
Yo,
nigga Macho been there from the beginning, bro.
I ain't know Mancho from a can of paint, but he was fucking with the pod. Then he
Hmm.
came up here, jumped on Shop Talk. We developed a
Hmm.
relationship. I then shot his comedy special in his hometown, met his family, met the kids,
Yeah,
met the mom,
yeah,
the whole 9 yards, and we got something very special coming up for this year for a new special. And
man.
can't wait for y'all to see.
Yeah, man. And Mach, you've been there rocking with us from the beginning, man. So when Bud get drafted, just remember, you know what I'm saying? Like we there too. You know what I'm
He li-
saying? We
he live potting from the draft room.
from
You
the
feel?
draft, bro. We can be right in the family room, bro. It's
Yeah.
nothing. We nigga, we got mics. Come on, son. We got mics. Yeah, man. And you think about all the Chicago fam, Shay Jones, man, one of the biggest fucking supporters rocking with his dog. Like folks who not from Detroit, and don't get it twisted. All of our Detroit listeners, man, we love everybody from the crib. But thinking about connecting with folks who ain't from here, who we literally ain't never met, didn't know us from a can of paint when we started podding, and who just found our shit, bro. People from the crib who just found our shit. I just got tagged like an hour ago on Facebook. Yo, man, nigga Ant need a pod. I just be laughing. Like, man, yeah, y'all niggas don't know, bro. But I'm gonna let you cook, man. Cause it's like, in real life, dog, we
Yo, happy
we
7 year
always been the most
anniversary for the
humble pod guys.
happy 7 year anniversary for my podcast that I don't have. You
Come
feel
on, man. I mean, but it's again, I've always talked about like as much as I know is so many different ways we can market our shit and get our shit even more out there. I think what's kept our pod feeling so fucking like at home and feeling genuine is the fact that, hey, nigga, we just kind of let motherfuckers find it, dog. Like, if you seen it, you seen it. If you heard about it, you heard about it. I know you seen it, but it's like, yo, at some point you got to pay attention to it, man. And if you do, press play, man. We hope that we got a fucking listener for life, and maybe the second half of 2025, I get on my marketing shit and really boost these numbers. But for right now, nigga, if you don't think I got a pod, you missing out, bro. That's all, man. I can't
So
help
we
it because we 7 years deep in this thing.
this is not a new take, or I'm not. This is not my idea, but I remember, I've been listening to Brilliant Idiots for a long time. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz, who are very big individually on their own, but a lot of people don't know that they have a podcast together. Which
Mm-hmm.
is crazy, and they were playing with that. And it was like, yo, in the beginning of 2025, we should roll out our new podcast together.
Yeah.
And they they start doing some advertisements and shit like that, because like, yeah, we've been podding for today. I think they 10 years, 10, 11 years or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Brilliant Idiots, one of the first pods I ever listened to. Like literally, like it's probably it was Brilliant Idiots. I'll name this podcast later, and Juan Epstein. First three pods I ever really connected with, dog. And then shortly after that, I got into tax pod, and then I just start, kind of expanding the universe as more niggas created and developed podcasts. But it's really fucking crazy that we right behind niggas who've been doing this shit since we started doing this shit, man. Like, it's just dope, dog. Like to develop this community has been really fucking dope to see. The podcast finally made me do some shit that I literally had never done and get on Twitter. And now I'm all over the fucking Twitter. I'm still trying to figure out why I only see pussy and parlays on that motherfucker, but I'm like, nigga, everybody I follow is, I blame Sean.
Yeah, it's Sean's fault. You know what's so interesting, dog? For Sean to have the tweets about particular types of women and this current generation of them, and the girls that he retweets and posts on the Twitter. Hey, you stuck in the loop, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You stuck in the loop. And it's a good loop.
Yeah, facts.
It's a great loop, nigga. But I think you're gonna be stuck with that problem, because that's what those are problems that them type of women bring. So
yeah. It's also been really dope too, man. Like when you think about, like I remember when I first started dating Shorty, she didn't know nothing about the pod, and then within months, she was fully caught up. You know what I'm saying? Like hundreds of episodes and hours of content, and she had finally got caught up. And I was like, yo, you just took in a lot of my thoughts in a very short window. I'm like, don't take none of that serious, nigga.
Like true thoughts, but a little sauce on them sometimes.
A little sauce, like,
you feel me? Like, I mean, I do feel this way, but like,
I don't live that way.
I wouldn't say it this way all the time.
It's like,
well, not the people I care about.
we get on here and it's dead real. Like, we ain't never gave y'all a fake thought, but sometimes we gotta sauce it up a little bit, dog. Yeah. Like you gotta throw a little of that Salt Bae on that motherfucker, dog.
You know what it is though? And it's a tough median to work in, right? Because, and tough is air quotes tough.
Yeah.
Because you're doing a podcast with your friends, so you talking very familiar. So like it's a public private conversation. Like I would normally laugh and joke about whatever the case may be, and you heard me laughing and joke about it. Would that be the outcome? Yes, I would have took some of the jokey off of it, but like you listening to a public private conversation, and
public private. Man,
it is. That's the only nigga. My socials used to be private.
Facts,
right? But somebody was like, "How you gonna have a public podcast and a private page?" And like they insulted me, so then I had to like open it.
Well, tell them I still have a private page. So now what, nigga?
And they won't follow just the pod page. I mean, there's some, but like clearly more people follow personals than
follow you personally. Yeah. I always said like one day I'm gonna just fucking flip my personal page and that bitch gonna be This Week in Culture. Nigga, like, I got you niggas. But it's also been really cool, man. Over these last 7 years, seeing me and you and our friendship develop. You know what I'm saying? Because we met purely off the socials, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I never
Well, in
forget
real
when you
life,
hit me.
we met in real life.
I
We
mean,
just
we
didn't.
met in real life. We've been meeting since the '80s, nigga. Let's start there. Let's talk
That's
about life,
crazy.
nigga.
That's
But
crazy.
have crossed paths literally in fucking '88,
Yeah.
and to connect down the road, and for you and Dame to have me come on Shop Talk, shout out to Dame, and then just to like instantly know. I remember when I came and did that first episode, I was like, yeah, these type of niggas I sit with and talk to about whatever, dog, because we gonna have some fun. We gonna get some jokes off, but we also gonna have some real convos, man. And shit could get deep. It can go left, it could go right, whatever the fuck we needed to do, man, for the purposes of a good pod. And I was like, you know what? This is this is something I could do, man. And when me and you kind of chopped it up about me starting a pod and then figuring out what that might look like, how it might look, and then us kind of making that decision like, hey, we both have real mutual interests in television and film, dog. Let's figure something out around this and man, to see where it's gone, bro, and the opportunities we've gotten. Nigga, I'm still never gonna forget, bro, just because it was such a big highlight for us late last year to connect with Hulu and Disney around Reasonable Doubt and really get what up though twins
Yo,
in the building, man.
connecting
Um,
experience.
yes, sir. TCE, man. Real Shop Talk family in this bitch. To have gotten in with Hulu and Disney last year, like I still got the screenshot when we got the early fucking finale of Reasonable Doubt with our name
Yeah,
up in the top, bro. Like this week in culture and that shit means something to me, dog. Cause
it's
you
fun to
know,
me for sure.
little wins, bro, but it's that sort of stuff that keeps us going, bro. Because it's like I know we got a good product when the creators and the writers and developers of a show let us in on the back end,
Yeah.
man, gave us that
Shout out
access.
to Curve. Curve just sent this voice note in for Love Life. He just sent it to me.
Curve,
I
my
love it.
dog. We might as well bust two Patreons out now, nigga. Shit, we here.
Right, right, right.
Uh,
This motherfucker to turn to a regular episode because now we reminiscing on the
man,
celebration. So, um, man, it's just been fun. Um, 2020 was interesting. It put a hold on certain things
man,
because we were just doing our live events. You know, we've done
yeah,
live events, we've done live
yeah,
shows. We did one right before the pandemic at the
yep,
Masonic Temple. We had
yep.
did one like right before then too. We had we did what was we did two. We did what was Issa and Lakeith Stanfield movie called?
Shit. My dumb ass about to say forever. Uh, God damn it.
But we was in Royal Oak Imagine Theater and
Photograph. The
the
photograph.
photograph,
Yeah. Yeah.
which was I thought was really good. And we had a
I
live
love that
event.
movie.
People came out, bought popcorn, and we had
Hmm.
popcorn, drinks, the whole 9 yards. Had a
Yeah.
conversation,
Because we
and
had upgraded after the first what was it, Queen and Slim that
Queen of Slim.
November. We did Queen and Slim, kind of peeped the scene. All right, this is what's available to us. And then it was like, yo, if you give them popcorn and a drink for everybody, it's only this much more. And we like, well, fuck it. Let's see if people buy that ticket and throw that extra 10 bones on there, bro. And niggas did
And
exactly
listen,
that, man.
I mean, that idea is a really good idea. And we were planning one in Chicago, then the pandemic happened. But I want to get back to that. I mean, there was a company in talks of trying to do that with us. They kind of, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Whether that location or a different location, but I definitely want to get back to that because one, I do want to see more people in movie theaters, and I do want to be able to touch our audience, but in a way that feels good for us. So watching the
Yeah.
movie and then talking about it is what we do on the pod, and I want to do that in real life. And your voice note is really like alive
Yeah,
You
yeah,
in there. It was always a very intimate setting, and I think that's really dope. And I do want to get back to doing those, so we can touch the people, man.
yeah, man. And now thank you to Sinners for bringing the theater back and that theater experience, because I think it's been opportunities, sure, that we could have gone in with another screening for sure, but I think Sinners was kind of like,
They
okay,
had a
this was
marketing
a
budget.
moment.
They had a
Yeah,
marketing
yeah,
budget. So like
a significant one.
we can go do a movie, but it's not because you want to see the movie or you heard about
Hmm.
the movie. It's because you want to fuck with us, which I appreciate, and we can
Yeah,
do that any
yeah,
day. But I do also want it to be an event too.
yeah, yeah. I want it to be somewhere y'all come in to really be a part of the discussion. Y'all coming to really be a part of the pod. And with the theaters, we can always go in and we can do throwbacks, we can do all that type shit, and that's dope. It's love. But when it's some new shit coming to the movies, especially something that culturally relevant, I think it's a real big opportunity for us to get back, like you said, touching the people, touching the streets, making sure that that the audience is able to come out and feel us. Um, yo, also, because now I got I'm plugged in a few other cities, man. Expect to see more ticket giveaways to the Patreon members, yo. Not just the ones here locally. I then finally got plugged in Chicago, and I got plugged in, I think it was Chicago, North Carolina, and Dallas. I got some screening access. So as more films come out,
I
whether
need
they
to
for
get
the
that.
culture, for the family or not, yo, I'm about to make
You
sure that
get
if you
some,
sign up for the
stream
Patreon,
in Dallas. Let me know. I might take them down. I need to get to Dallas.
yeah, man. Hey, I'm a definitely make sure that with the Dallas screenings. Look, I just got one right now. Screening for Jurassic World. This is here in Michigan, though. This isn't Sterling Heights, but
Boy,
um,
Jurassic Park is Fast and Furious. How many
yeah,
goddamn dinosaurs is it, dog? Could y'all
man.
get this shit under control?
Cause did y'all not kill him in one? Y'all ain't kill him in one. I
Yo,
seen one.
I just think Fast and Furious is bringing back Paul Walker.
Oh shit.
Like then he's in the next movie. Like
Well,
what are
look,
y'all
I
doing?
knew AI was gonna trip. I knew AI was gonna trip.
Oh, they like, well, shit. If we got smoke of stacks, we can at least bring one of these niggas back because
Yeah,
you're
I
playing two
mean,
people.
no, yeah. Paul Walker, Paul Walker, smoke or stack. Smoke feel terrible. He got me stacked. He got me stacked.
That nigga is rolling over in his grave. Like nigga, y'all who's getting paid? Like nigga, run that shit to my estate.
Yo, Connected Experience just asked, did we do one on the waterfront? The Waterfront is a show currently streaming on Netflix. Twin, I just started the Waterfront. This shit is a body bag. I ain't even know these white people was finna be on all this. Yo, like,
I ain't hip. You said it's on what?
bro, Netflix. Yep,
Okay.
the Waterfront. It's some potential white excellence. I kind of rolled into it. I stumbled into it, taking a break from Scandal. Patreon, for those of y'all who don't know, I just started Scandal. Never seen this shit ever in my life.
Hey,
I
yo,
just
Scandal's
finished season
fucking.
2,
Yo, Scandal's good, dog.
bro. So look, this is what got me through. I'm gonna tell y'all real briefly my Scandal, why I never watched it. So the first season, right? Very first episode, soon as they showed me her relationship with Fitz, at that time, whatever year that was, I wasn't in the mood for no interracial fucking.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it, dog. I was like, man, fuck you, Kerry Washington. You love these white niggas, and I ain't fuck with it. What I didn't realize was that the first season was only 7 episodes. I didn't know that. I'm watching a documentary the other day, and they talked about Scandal, and it was talking about it was whoever was the head over at Fox or whatever channel, ABC at that time. And she was like, yo, the first 7 episodes of Scandal didn't do well. That first season, they was ready to chop it. But she was like, me as a black fucking executive at ABC, I felt like I had to get behind Shonda Rhimes and push for them to give her one more chance. And she was like, they ended up picking them up for a full season 2, which had like 21 episodes. And she was like, from there, Twitter took off and went crazy with the Scandal shit. And she was like, that's what led to Scandal becoming one of them big shows. But she was like, they were very ready to cut us off after that first 7. So I was like, damn, the first season was only 7. Nigga, I threw that shit on Netflix one day, dog, about a week and a half ago. I'm through 2 seasons now, nigga. I'm a gladiator now, dog. I'm in, bro. Started season 3 last night. I'm like 3 episodes in, but either way, took a break from Scandal and got into the Waterfront just to kind of pause. Waterfront, good as shit, man. Check that out, bro.
I'm gonna check it out. Scandal was good as hell.
Yeah.
It got black as hell too. You're gonna be like, okay.
Oh no, this her daddy tripping, bro. Like this
Nigga.
nigga Joe Pope, Papa Pope.
Man, just know B613 ain't no fucking joke, okay? Ain't no fucking joke.
Man,
All right, man. Listen, we can jump into this love life shit, man.
Oh yeah, we gonna get into this love life Patreon. We really just wanted to jump on here. Everybody who joined us live, thank you. We just wanted to come kick it with y'all and let y'all know 7 years later, y'all still appreciate it, because without y'all, it wouldn't be no pod, man. So we love y'all, and here's to another 7, man. Peace.
All right.